depending on the vaccination type that your breeder gave to your puppy when they were still with them, there will be a period of time, and it's usually 2 or 4 weeks, where your puppy is not fully vaccinated when they come to their forever home. It's usually 2 or 4 weeks, but in that 2 or 4 weeks, the risk of infection can be very serious to a young puppy. So I recommend keeping activities confined to an area that you're familiar with and you have an element of control over. So make efforts to restrict access to the confines of your house and your garden for that period where you're waiting for the vaccinations. However, don't be worried about it too much. Using this familiar setting of your house and garden can actually just be a great way to introduce bits of training to your puppy in an environment where they feel really comfortable and happy. And you generally have a lot more attention from them in that close, comfortable environment. So during the time you're waiting for vaccinations, you can focus on simple training like just desensitizing your dog to their collar and their lead. You could practice loads of lead walking around your house and your garden. You can practice recall from room to room or from the garden into the house. Perfect places to do it in the house and garden. So start practicing these things right away. Don't wait for vaccinations to take place. Do all these in your safe environments. And these little bits of training will give you and your dog a way of bonding. It's a great way to work your dog's brain, but it also gives them an outlet for those physical needs that they have. So it's that bit of energy release that they desperately need when they're a puppy. So even though you can be fairly confident your pup will not get exposed to too much harmful bacteria in your garden, I would always say accompany them anyway, because when you're a puppy, everything is edible to a little one. So follow them, watch them, be with them, and just ensure that they're not putting things into their mouth that they really shouldn't be. So I'd say keep ground activities to a minimum. We want really to keep them in the safe environments like your house and your garden, but actually you can also maximize this opportunity in between vaccinations and still take the puppy to other environments that are safe. So really it's about going to other environments that you know and you trust the people there, and you're confident that any pets that have access to that property are fully vaccinated and healthy. So we're really minimizing the risk to your unvaccinated dog. And they can mix with other animals, they can mix with other people in the private gardens or houses of people that you know and trust. But please just make sure that you're happy that any dogs that they interact with are currently fit and healthy and they have a full up-to-date vaccination. You can also take them to loads of new places. So when I get a new puppy that's not fully vaccinated, we have a great big bag that they go in and they sit in there with their head poking out, and we can carry the bag over our shoulder or even hold the puppy in our arms. We can still allow our puppy to get well socialized with the world just by looking at everything around them. So do take your puppy to places, but just make sure they are in the safety of your arms. And on the subject of puppy socialization, make sure you check out the socialization section of how you can implement all of these things to get your puppy as socialized as possible.